Welcome back, those with the strength to go on, to Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. Last time, we saved this gentleman's life, or at least talked him out of assisted suicide, and now Brent Radford lives for one purpose: revenge on his enemies. This time, we're going to check out Brent's storage unit, which apparently will have all the secrets behind Adam Jensen's past, and being that we are Adam Jensen, that's sort of important to us.
Pritchard, I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He's in pretty bad shape. You need to call it in, get an ambulance to his apartment stat.
Got it. And Jensen, don't get yourself killed, okay?
Oh, Francis. I didn't know you cared.
Don't flatter yourself. I care about the security of this company. You getting yourself killed compromises that. So don't be stupid.
It's not like I like you anyway, Jensen.
Of course he is. I know Mr. Gray is landing tonight. We're working on it, yeah.
Mr. Da, I wonder who that could be.
Believe me, we tried. The old man proved resilient. We left someone behind to watch him. If we need, we can go back, but I'm not sure how much more it will take. That's why we need Smith.
Of course, he was literally just standing there watching him. I think we were supposed to talk to him, though.
We tried that already. Look, he can't get the safe open. That's why if you could, send Smith down.
I'll get your Smith right here. Smith & Wesson! Okay, it's not, this gun is not made by Smith & Wesson, but it's close enough. You just stuck your nose in the wrong corner, jackass. Alright, situation resolved. Let's put that away. What you got? Nothing? Oh, you got something. What we got here? Mr. Gray's itinerary from encrypted to encrypted. God damn it, future. And apparently they don't want to tip off me or Seraph. Okay, well that's good to know. And he's going to Detroit. We got a lot of times on here that are nothing but goddamn X's. Apparently he's had a busy day, though. According to the date, he's been to Singapore, Prague, London. Hell, we've had a busy day too, right? What you got? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and check out the storage unit, folks, and figure out some of the secrets of Adam Jensen. Also, like I indicated before, at least last video, you can easily get the code for this if you use the task option when you're speaking to Radford, but I didn't, because of course, I'm awesome at hacking. Oh god damn it, you figured it out on the first one? Well, shut my mouth. I'm not going to use a stop worm just yet. Let's try this again. We got one more attempt. And then I'll stop worm the fuck out of this. Alright, we're doing better this time. Good. You know, these level 5 devices, they tend to have good stuff in them, folks, especially when they have level 5 cubes. I wonder what it's gonna be.
Access granted.
Yeah, you know, it's just 500 goddamn experience. Plus, of course, we get 125 since this is a security ranking 5 device. It's pretty sweet. What else we got in here? Open it. We got photographs. Photographs of what? Well, let's see. Examine. A collection of pictures from your childhood. Well, hopefully they got some of Adam Jensen's pictures in here too, right? It's not just your childhood in here. And let's see, we have a VIP pass card that we got from Seraph, of course, so we can attend Bill Taggart's speech. That's sort of important. And, of course, we have this thing, the handheld playback device we got from Eliza, which implicates Isaiah Sandoval. It's kind of important. We're going to bring it up when we talk to Bill. You know, could be a point of leverage. What else do we got here? We got a credit chip, revolver rounds, and a very interesting ebook. Fire destroys White Helix Labs. Twisted Cedar, Michigan, PNN. At 4:36 a.m. on July 18th, firefighters were called to White Helix Labs to fight an early morning blaze. By the time they arrived, the main building was already engulfed in flames. General Manager Michael Burris could not be reached for comment, but a pre-recorded message was left on the White Helix Labs toll-free line, stating that no one is believed to have been hurt in the fire. That message was later removed when the firefighters began pulling bodies from the wreckage. The recovery operations are currently ongoing, Fire Chief Minnie Hawkins told reporters, but also stated that the circumstances behind the blaze are very suspicious. White Helix Labs, a subsidiary of VersaLife, is a bioresearch firm studying childhood genetic diseases. You know, VersaLife, they're sort of important in the Deus Ex universe, just a wee bit. In the year 2027, they have the patent on neuropazine, and in the future, well, I'll let you find that out in a different series. Anyway, let's go ahead and hack another computer, another thing. This one's not nearly as powerful as that safe was. Hopefully it won't give me any guff. It doesn't. Good. I like that. I just want experience points out of these things.
Granted.
And, you know, V-Bucks are good too. What we got? Okay, we have Jensen's Psych Eval. We, of course, have read this before. We have a little more correspondence between Frenetic Pony, also known as David Seraph. And, of course, we've read that one before on our own PC after Sarah forwarded it to us. We also have this from ZeroCool@Planet.hack. They have some kick-ass top-level domains in the future, folks. You don't even know. I think they're probably all on the table, right? Hot off the presses, Radford. Here's a little nugget I gleamed. Apparently it was just so bright that it gleamed off the PC. Here's a little nugget I gleamed off the PC of your man's ex-Bew, or maybe that's boy, I'm not sure. Anyway, I was hoping to get more, but some nuclear snake was hounding my trace and I had to jump networks. When I tried to reconnect, my tunnel was caved. Whoever did that was good. I mean, they caved my tunnel of all things. I didn't even know that was possible. I'm not going to risk going back anytime soon. I mean, what else is this guy capable of? P.S. Consider my debt paid. This is the last time I do a job without money up front. And here we have an email from Rebecca Downey to Megan Reed, paternity test. Hey Megan, I know you had some questions about the files I sent. Sorry about all the graphs earlier, but that sample was nothing short of groundbreaking and I got excited. I don't suppose you could tell me where the hell you got it. The short answer is the original breakdown I sent was yes, the DNA samples are remarkable, and we were unbelievably lucky to catch the reason why. We've been working with VersaLife's new Chaos Model Genome Matrix, which is trying to apply fractal mathematics to the study of genetic mutation, of course. In essence, we're trying to predict the future of human evolution using past mutations stored in the database of our mitochondria, which is passed uninterrupted from ancestral Eve through our mothers. It gives us an accurate and universal roadmap for our common past. The thing is, the sample you sent fits one of our evolutionary models of the future. We're talking about someone who is ahead of the genetic curve by one step or maybe even two. Do you know what this could mean for medicine alone? You have a living, breathing Nobel Prize on your hands. The thing is, I can't tell you if this is a natural leap in evolution or if something was done to the mother while the baby was in vitro. But what I do know is this person's mother had no such mutations. The mitochondria do not lie. Rebecca. Alright, we have the paternity test. We've seen this one before on Adam's machine. It just says that his parents are not his parents. Next up, we have another email that we partially have seen, but it has some new portions to it. Like we have a message from Brent here. I thought this was pretty interesting, so I'm going to start digging around for some more info on this White Helix Labs. It could lead to a big break in the case behind our mysterious boy wonder, Adam Jensen. Radford, this is of course Frenetic Pony, also known as David Seraph talking. Radford, I'd strongly advise you not to. I've heard enough and I'll have nothing to do with White Helix. The less I know, the better, and I would advise you to follow suit. In fact, consider your contractual obligations fulfilled. This investigation is over. I'll get in touch to organize the rendering and the payment of the bills for your service. And we have one last message. This one comes from Veronica M. to Brent Radford. A new lead, Michelle Walters. Dear Brent, or hey Brent, I got a tip for you on the case you're working. There's a woman named Michelle Walters. She worked at that lab you mentioned, White Helix. She was a nurse and good friends with the Jensens, particularly Arthur. She's living in Detroit now, on Brooklyn Court. You may have heard of it before. There's one problem. According to the initial probes, she's senile. But you've always had a way with the ladies. Maybe you could coax some information out of her, right? Wink. Of course. Oh, we got what we came for. So we need to go to Brooklyn Court and see this Michelle Walters. Perhaps she will yield the final answers for Adam. But first, a little diversion.
Hidden in plain sight. And their masters mold the way we think. They spew their poison into your ears and you listen! You can no longer tell the difference between the truth and their lies. There's no shelter from the all-seeing eye. It will find you! There's a sickness coming, my children. Gray and deadly. It will come on the backs of 12 kings, and we will bow to them. Then it will be too late! Open your eyes, my friends! We've been blind for too long, and now we stand at the edge of an abyss. It's almost too late. The city burns down around your ears, and you do nothing. You wait for them to save you? I promise you, you'll learn to fear the machine men. They're among us.
Where?
Hidden in plain sight.
Oh, that's impossible.
Their masters mold the way we think.
Really?
They spew their poison into your ears and you listen. You can no longer tell the difference between the truth and their lies.
Well, shit, we're so fucked.
There's no shelter.
Well, folks, you know there's the Illuminati and everything, but there's a new upcoming organization that will exist in, of course, 2052. The Crazed Hobo Consortium. This is the founder we just ran into. And you can see that he's already working hard to spread the truth of our society. With those things about, you know, a deadly gray virus. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. 12 kings? What the hell could that possibly mean? I'm sure it'll all make sense in the future. Anyway, I just slammed the door in my face. Michelle Walters, here you are.
Did I leave my door open? Wait, you're not from Rolling Mills. You're too handsome to be from Rolling Mills.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
No, I'm not. Mrs. Michelle Walters, is it? My name's Adam Jensen.
No, you much too old to be him. You must be from Rolling Mills. And please, it's Miss Walters.
Brent Radford sent me. Do you remember him? He's a detective.
Yes, lovely gentleman. He still has my photos of Adam when he was a baby. Oh, could you be a dear and fetch them for me? I forgot who has them, though.
Well, I seem to have them right here.
Are these the photographs?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I haven't seen Adam Jensen in such a long time. Forever, it seems. Such a happy baby.
Well, let's see. We can already activate our pheromones here, but nah, we're just gonna inquire first.
Miss Walters, can you tell me about the boy in those photos?
The boy in those photos? Adam. Tragic, really, what happened to his parents. His real parents.
His real parents?
They died in that fire. Horrible, really. I was there. At least those other cribs were empty. I only had to save Adam.
Mrs. Walters, I really need you to focus. What are you talking about?
Why, I already told that nice detective all this already. About the experiments and the fire at White Helix Labs. We knew Adam was special. That's why his parents started the fire, so they didn't do the same thing to the next batch of babies.
So Adam's real parents were trying to protect him. But from what?
Why, from the conspiracy, of course.
Of course.
But I've said too much. Would you be a dear now and go fetch my dinner?
Not yet. Now we'll use our super cool pheromones, and, you know, I mean, Radford has a way with the ladies, so let's try charming her ourselves.
I would love to hear more about the boy in those photographs.
Such a polite and handsome young man. It'll be my pleasure. The boy in the photo, Adam. Jensen was never really his last name, you know. We only gave that to him after the fire.
Fire?
At White Helix Lab. That's where Adam's real parents worked. At least I think they were his parents. All those babies, the gene therapy they went through, but Adam, oh, Adam was special.
All those other
Special.
babies trash.
How?
He survived what they did to those babies. He was one of a kind. Then, when we heard they were going to use him to inoculate the next batch of infants,
Wait, what were they doing to the babies?
wish I could remember. I was just part of a nursing staff. But Adam's parents, they started the fire. Yes, I remember that. They asked me to hide Adam. Then they started the fire. Poor things. They never got out in time.
So they started a fire at White Helix Labs. And you hid me.
No, not you, dear. Adam Jensen. Or at least I think that was his name. Well, I gave him to the Jensens to raise. They were a lovely couple.
Miss Walters, my Adam's real parents, who were they?
I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Oh, when are them Rolling Mills people gonna get here with my dinner?
I wish I knew, ma'am. Well, anyway, you've been very helpful.
Thank you for your time, Miss Walters.
Oh, before I forget, if you see Adam, could you please give him this? It's for all the birthdays and Christmases I've missed. I've been saving them.
Ma'am, you've already done so much for Adam. He doesn't need this.
You've done enough for him, Mrs. Walters. I'm sure he'd want you to keep the money.
So nice of you. Like Mr. Radford and Adam. You know, they called him a genetic marvel. He was ahead of his time. They was hoping to tear out so much from his DNA, but we stopped him. Oh, yes, we did.
Oh, yes, we did. Well, I gotta be going.
Pritchard, I need you to assign a temporary security detail to an apartment on Brooklyn Court until I can figure out a more permanent solution. The woman's name is Walters, Michelle Walters.
Security detail? What the hell, Jensen? Who is this woman?
She's family, but she's vulnerable. I'll explain later. Just do this for me, please. And not a word to Sarah. Can I trust you on this, Pritchard?
Christ, Jensen. All right. I'll do it. But there better be a damn good reason for this.
There is. I'll fill you in next time I see you. But right now I need to get back to work. And Pritchard, thanks.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. Michelle Walters saved our life, along with our apparent parents. Were we was Adam a test tube baby, or was he actually born from a womb? We'll never actually know.
Will you be purchasing anything
But
today?
apparently they cared about him enough to burn down White Helix Labs, subsidiary
Always
of
a pleasure,
VersaLife.
sir.
It's pretty touching, actually. But anyway, enough of this after-school special lovey-dovey bullshit. It's time to go talk to Bill Taggart. Also, I picked up a couple of practice kits because why not? We still don't have enough practice points to get all the augmentations in the game. I doubt we will have enough, but we're on our way, right?
Everything seems to be under control in the convention center.
And Taggart?
He's on stage now. His protection is deep.
only those with VIP passes can get by the guards.
We'll just stay here and make sure none of those hooligans try to sneak in the back door.
Well, lucky for us, he sent one of those VIP passes to Seraph, right? Now, if you want one, there's actually a free SMG and some ammo right here. And if you're wondering where this vent goes, if you follow it, it'll actually fork to either of these bathrooms. Both of them, actually. Just in case you don't have the super cool jump augmentation, you know, they were nice enough to let you have it still. If you would explore for 15 seconds, right? Alright, let's keep trucking.
Third time this escalator has broken down this week.
You think they would actually work and not just sit there looking good? Damn pretty good.
Tell me about it. Now with all the damage out there, I doubt we're gonna see any increase in funding anytime soon.
Looks like the only thing escalating are those damn riots. This whole city is going to shit.
And that is why none of the escalators work in this damn place. God damn it. It's happening again. I guess it wasn't a coincidence. I'm gonna have to get this checked out sooner or later. Alright, meeting hall's right over here.
You don't have to get uppity just because I don't agree with you, miss.
I'm not getting hot. It just frustrates me how some of you pro-humanists act so superior. Like you have all the answers to every ethical question ever posed.
Well, who are you to think you can just turn yourself into robots, abuse drugs, and then think you can function freely in our society?
You and that asshole Taggart? Just try to take away my freedom and see what happens.
There's definitely a lot of conflicts in this place.
Yeah. Backstage area is completely blocked off. Even the janitor can't get back there now.
What about the air vents?
You're kidding, right? Have you seen the size of those vents? You expect a contortionist or midget is going to try to assassinate Taggart?
Don't get smart.
Do we know if Samus Aran is on her way here? She could, you know, she could assassinate Taggart pretty easily. She could turn into a ball, go right in those vents. That's just a clue of another avenue you could take if you bomb on this next conversation, which will be our very first real CASIE conversation, folks. You'll notice that it's going to be quite a bit different. We're going to have all kinds of graphs. We're going to have a little description for Bill Taggart right here. It's going to be awesome. Let's check it out.
Human evolution is a fantasy, but that is exactly what I am telling you. As a world...
Where's your sidekick, Taggart? 6 months ago, Seraph Industries was attacked by mercenaries whose objective was to cripple our research. But I've learned the attack was just a smokescreen. Megan Reed's team was kidnapped, and Isaiah Sandoval, your personal aide, was involved.
That is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Mr. Jensen's intrusion, and I assure you that these accusations are without basis.
Are they?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
There's been a change of plans. Seraph's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
That's your man, Taggart. Talking about removing implanted GPL devices so that the people who took Seraph scientists could cover it up.
I see what's going on here. Seraph Industries has received 2 black eyes in the last few days. The first, due to the shocking news coming out of Montreal that biotech companies are secretly participating in unethical super soldier experiments. And the second, as a result of their violent escalation of today's peaceful protest. David Seraph and his corporate bedfellows are desperate and in imminent danger of losing the regulation vote, so this man has been sent here to attack my reputation.
I'm right here, Taggart. Look at me. I admit, I wouldn't feel bad if your reputation was damaged in front of the press, since you've been doing the same to my colleagues for years, but that's not why I'm here. Seraph scientists are alive, and it's time for the truth to come out.
The truth, Mr. Jensen, is that this recording of yours proves nothing. It could have been made by anyone in the world with a grudge against Humanity Front, and you are our prime suspect.
Now, this is a very random little encounter we have here. It can go a lot of goddamn ways, and you're going to get readings all over the charts. We're going to start with Confront.
You're right, it's not enough to get a conviction. But it's enough for a search warrant. That's all I want, Taggart. Why are you standing in the way?
I'm not. I'm trying to protect... Look, Mr. Jensen. I know why you came here instead of taking your recording to the police. I know the real reason for your accusations, and you're not entirely to blame for what you're doing. It is common, after trauma such as the one you suffered, to fixate on the event, to stay blocked in the past. In a word, you're obsessed.
So you can get a whole bunch of different dialogue. I mean, every time you play the game, you're going to get something different. Let's go ahead and just stick with Confront right now. We could go here, but we'll stick with Confront.
You're right. Picking up my life after that surgery was the hardest thing I've ever done. Hell, first time I saw myself in a mirror, I smashed the damn thing. But I've gotten past it, because I know that what I need to do to make things right is help the other victims of that attack.
Well, you may have a point. Perhaps. What is it you're truly looking for here? Absolution? A return to the feeling of control you lost when your limbs were taken from you? Do you think coming here today and casting me as your enemy will help you achieve that?
And you can see that Taggart here is an oily little shit, isn't he? He will take this in every fucking direction, won't he? Well, let's talk about control. Let's actually take this in a new direction. We're gonna redirect it.
You want to talk about control?
Hopefully this
Taggart?
works. Sometimes it
Let's
doesn't,
talk about
sometimes
yours.
it does. Just like Confronting the last one.
It takes a lot of discipline to stand up in front of the press every time a pro-augmentation company or clinic is assaulted and then deny responsibility. How does it feel to know your people are so out of control they would resort to violence like that?
It tears me apart. But I cannot allow myself to feel guilty for the misguided actions of others. From the very day I founded Humanity Front,
we're doing a good
I
job,
made it
it
clear
looks like.
that the group would be devoted to non-violent resistance. To deviate from this would mean dishonoring the memory of the very woman whose murder caused me to found the organization. Mr. Jensen, how can you possibly accuse me of doing otherwise?
Well, I just did, and I'm gonna do it again too, because if you know Isaiah is any part of Megan's abduction, he has dishonored your wife's memory.
I know about your wife's murder, Mr. Taggart, and how it led you to start Humanity Front. I've lost someone close to me too, but I have a chance to get her back. If Sandoval is involved in Megan's abduction in any way, he dishonored your wife's memory. For her sake, and for the sake of my people, I need to know where he is.
All right, Mr. Jensen. You're right. For Marjorie's sake, I can't risk tainting the integrity of what I built in her name. I'll help you find Isaiah, and I pray that you are wrong about him.
First Asian
Ladies
level
and
went down.
gentlemen,
What the fuck?
I apologize, but I'm going to have to beg your indulgence for a few moments more. If you will all please remain patient, I will return as soon as I can. Thank you.
Whatever, game.
Mr. Jensen, I'll see you backstage.
Like I was saying, that conversation can go so many goddamn ways. You can play the game over and over again, just go through this conversation over and over again, and you will get just like completely different lines. And sometimes he will no-sell your ass so goddamn hard, it's so funny. Anyway, now we've won that argument. We can just walk backstage and it's not really a big deal. Here's Taggart right there. He's got his two buddies. But let's pretend I didn't win. I'll show you the way to actually get in there otherwise. Which is actually the way I did the first time I played the game. Actually didn't talk to Taggart at all. Oh, I just need to figure out where Sandoval is. Well, I'll just go to, I'll just follow the markers, right? So there's the backstage area right there. You could sneak that way, but of course, exploring through the bathrooms, usually your best route to victory, right? I was gonna say we need to go over here, go up. Going up's a good idea. And let's see, I think we were around here. Yeah, we're on the right track. And we can go through here, it's not a big deal. And if you haven't spoken to Taggart yet, or if you lost the argument, he will not be in here, and neither will his goons. And there you go, you're in here. And the information on where Sandoval is actually located is on this PC, which we cannot interact with. We also have another one in here that you can use to turn off cameras, just in case you want to have an easier time getting out of here. Or you could be even more clever. This is actually how I did the first time too. Can I jump? You need to make sure you can jump high. Can I jump? Okay, there we go. I can jump all the way up. And then you can just pop right back up here. It's pretty sweet. I'm not exactly sure if they left this fragile box in here just for that purpose, but there you go. Let's talk the bill.
Mr. Jensen, I appreciate you allowing me to deal with this in a more discreet manner.
Save it, Taggart. You've wasted enough of my time as it is. Now, where's Sandoval?
He has an apartment he uses when in this city, on Grand River Road. He mentioned he was feeling very run down, so I can only assume he went there.
I see.
He's not an evil man, Mr. Jensen. If he's done what you say, it's only because of his brother, Ezekiel. A man you might know better as Zeke Sanders.
What?
Sanders? The man who attacked Sarah's manufacturing plant?
I knew nothing about it until after it was over, and then I tried. I tried to convince Isaiah not to follow in his footsteps.
Good job.
Mr. Jensen, please. Isaiah has done so much for so many needy people, people suffering from implant rejection. Promise me you will deal with him fairly.
That all depends on Isaiah.
I understand, but please try.
So when Sandoval was talking to us earlier, folks, when he said my very own friend, he really meant my very own brother. Zeke is Sandoval's brother, my God. Another thing I didn't mention before I close off this episode is you actually have an option with your CASIE to use some pheromones and actually, like, threaten Taggart. I think Jensen says, I can take this recording and give it to the reporter in this very room and he can verify it. And the funny thing is, depending on which option you pick and how the game is feeling, he will no-sell your ass, and it's kind of funny. But anyway, folks, next time, we know where Sandoval is, I got a little gas, and we're going to go ahead and track him down. I'll see you then.